Welcome back to YDG Cowboys. And of course, YDG stands for You're Doing Good Cowboys. So guys, I hope that everyone is doing well. Again, continue to like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate you. So it looks like that the Cowboys have freed up a little cap space by restructuring Zach Martin's deal. Hopefully they're gearing up to do something. Time is ticking. We have until March 13th. You can tamper on March 11th. You have quite a few free agents out there that could come to our roster and start. You have Derrick Henry, who seems to be tied to us, that for some odd reason we will not pull the trigger on. We need a bruising back. That is someone that I've been harping about since last year. We need him. Also, Saquon Barkley, that's been tied to the Cowboys. I can use Saquon. I like him. Josh Jacob. There's a couple of nice backs out there that are really, really good that can definitely come in, but we need a bruising back. And I'm okay with re-signing Tony Pollard for a team-friendly deal. I am. I think he'd be healthier this year, and he would probably be back to his old running style. But he is not an every down back, so I'm okay with signing Tony Pollard. I really am, for a team-friendly deal. Now, we definitely need to understand this window of opportunity as a Cowboy fan. Once again, we are low on draft picks, and we need to be aggressive in free agency. As I've harped on this time and time again, and we've been let down. So let's just see how aggressive the Cowboys will be. To me, until I see Stephen Jones do something different, I don't think anything is going to happen. And I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just being a Cowboy realist who've been following this team all my life. Now, again, the reason why I say Stephen Jones, because Jerry Jones, back in the 90s, he would do whatever it took. He had an open checkbook for us to win. Then I was there. I lived that. I saw it. Now we have his son, as I keep harping on. But let's move on. So we signed, restructured Zach Martin. I think if they sign CeeDee Lamb, they can free up some money. I also think if they restructure the other couple of players, it can happen. Now, again, with Dak Prescott, like I was telling you before, Todd France he has to be able to work with the Joneses this time, because if he doesn't, I know what they're going to do. They're just going to restructure his contract. It's already in his contract that they can free up around $18 million. So they can do that without even talking to him. So that's what's going to happen. But I'm hoping, as Dak keeps leading to in some of his interviews, that he is able and willing to do something to help his team. Because he understands the importancy of this opportunity, what we have. We only have, to me, I think, 1 or 2 more years to go ahead with the window. And I'm not saying the window will ever close, but I think with the players we have, especially on the offensive line with Zach Martin and I think they need to re-sign Tyrone Smith, but I think he's trying to test the free agent market. But I think with the line getting as old as it is, we need to go ahead and make this push again to get past the hump or over the hump. So restructure Zach Martin, restructure a couple other players, and also if Todd France can get out of his own way to be able to restructure Dak Prescott so we can move forward and get to free agents. But this right here, this free agency is going to tell us what we're dealing with. This is going to tell us if Stephen Jones is really all in. And again, I'm not talking about signing our own players. I'm talking about physically and willingly and mentally going out and getting players. We need a bruising back running back. We need multiple linebackers. We need 2 defensive tackles. We need another cornerback. And we need another wide receiver. We need to get those in the draft. We also need to get those in free agency. So, Dalton Schultz, our old tight end, speaks about his time being with the Cowboys. And of course he's going to do that now because he has been re-signed to a multi-million-dollar contract with the Houston Texans. So now he's going to, of course, say, and I'm not saying he's talking, he's not, I'll put it to you this way. He's not saying anything we've not already heard. He said the Cowboys, becoming a Cowboy is like, no, I'm not saying becoming a Cowboys. Being in the Cowboys organization as a player is almost like a zoo. Now, he's not but what I'm thinking he's meaning, as other sources are saying, that being in the weight room, you have a two-way mirror. And that's what he was trying to explain. A two-way mirror where when they do tours at the Star, they can see you, but you can't see them. And sometimes, often, you hear people knocking, which can somewhat be a distraction. Now, becoming a Cowboy, to me, you have to be mentally strong, physically strong, and emotionally strong. You have to be a dog. You have to be able to put on a show and be able to perform under scrutiny, pressure, and being famous. Because, again, we are America's team. You will have cameras in front of you all the time. You've also got to watch what you do and how you do it. Which means we need dogs. We need dogs on this team. In my profession, I have to perform. Being in the retail business, you always have to be positive. You always have to figure out ways to make people happy. So you have to somewhat perform. Always. So you have to be mentally strong, emotionally strong, to be able to be a Cowboy. So that's the reason why we need dogs on this team. And that's what Michael Parsons and every other place and every other player is talking about, culture. Because we need dogs. Because the way the Joneses have it set up, it is somewhat, and I'm not going to say it's a circus, but it is somewhat Hollywood. So you have to be mentally strong. You have to overcome those. Now, it's going to work out for you in the long run, but you have to be able to work through that, still be focused on football instead of 53 brands. Per Mike Fisher. So I just want to touch base with you guys again. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys doing well. Time is ticking. We're going to see what the Cowboys is really all about and if we're really all in. I'll holler at you guys later. YDG stand up. Cowboy Nation stand up.